Listen up, guys. If you hate me now, imagine how you're gonna feel after you get to the end of this list. What's up, all you Quantumaniacs? I'm DeQwan Young, and today we present 10 awful NFL quarterbacks that somehow got jobs over Colin Kaepernick. Don't forget to subscribe to TPS and make sure you hit the bell and turn on our notifications and join the notification squad. It's still one of the hottest topics in the NFL. We're talking about Colin Kaepernick. Despite leading the San Francisco 49ers to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl 47 appearance, Cap continues to wait for the chance to play football again. He's been out of the NFL since the 49ers let him go after the 2016 season. In the meantime, every NFL team continues to sign downright terrible quarterbacks instead of Cap, who has expressed his interest to return to the league on several occasions. First, a few honorable mentions. Brian Hoyer, the longtime backup to Tom Brady in New England, somehow earned a starting job for the San Francisco 49ers in the 2017 season after they traded for Garoppolo. The career journeyman was released and then signed with the Patriots. Blake Bortles. The Jaguars could have saved their 2018 season by signing Colin Kaepernick. Instead, they let Blake Bortles self-destruct and ruin a promising year that was filled with Super Bowl aspirations. Josh McCown. This is the guy they want to mentor young quarterback Sam Darnold? Really? Trevor Siemian. John Elway thought this was the guy to take over for the retired Peyton Manning. Then the Minnesota Vikings thought this was the right backup for Kirk Cousins. Like, come on. Matt Schaub. There's a reason the Houston Texans moved on from him after the 2013 season. But the Atlanta Falcons are more than happy to keep him on as Matt Ryan's backup. Number 10, Austin Davis. He started half a season for the St. Louis Rams in 2014 and had 12 touchdowns and 9 picks. Amazingly, that was enough for Austin Davis to earn new contracts left and right. Davis had backup gigs with the Cleveland Browns and Seattle Seahawks in 2015 and 2017 respectively. Seattle decided to release Davis before the 2018 season. And no, it wasn't so they could make room for Cap. And the Titans signed Davis during the 2018 season as injuries piled up behind center. He was released shortly after, however. I could be wrong, but I think Cape might be better. Number 9, Geno Smith. Drafted by the New York Jets in 2013, Geno Smith replaced the injured Mark Sanchez in his rookie year. Smith was the starter for the 2013 and 14 seasons, tossing 34 interceptions over that span. Smith would eventually lose the starting job, and the New York Giants signed him to back up Eli Manning for the 2017 season. Amazingly, coach Ben McAdoo started Smith over Eli in their game against the Raiders, ending Eli's streak of 210 straight starts. And get this, the LA Chargers signed Geno Smith as their backup. Yes, Geno Smith, the turnover machine. They chose him over the guy who once took his team to the Super Bowl. Number 8, E.J. Manuel. The Buffalo Bills took a risk and drafted E.J. Manuel with the 16th pick in 2013. Even though the scouts weren't exactly high on him, Manuel only held down the starting job for his rookie season, tossing 11 touchdowns and 9 picks in 10 games. Manuel lost his starting job to Kyle Lorton in the 2014 season, and Tyrod Taylor took over as the starter a year later. After the 2016 campaign, Manuel signed with the Oakland Raiders to back up Derek Carr. Even though he barely played in 2017, and even though the Raiders needed insurance for an injury-prone Carr, the franchise re-signed Manuel in the 2018 offseason. He was released before the season began, though. Still, Manuel was the best option Oakland could roll with. Wait till we get to the end of this list. Number 7, Brandon Weeden. The Cleveland Browns wasted a first-round draft pick on Brandon Weeden in 2012, and they decided 2 years was enough. Weeden was released by the Browns after the 2013 season, and he had a brief stint with the Dallas Cowboys in 2014 and 15. But Weeden was downright awful for the Cowboys in 2015, losing his starting job to fellow career journeyman Matt Castle after Tony Romo went down with an injury. Weeden was a backup for the Houston Texans in 2016, but he saw absolutely no action on the field, which is probably a good thing. Next up was a backup role with the Tennessee Titans in 2017. Then he rejoined the Texans. So a guy with 6 wins, 19 losses, 31 touchdowns, and 30 interceptions is more worthy of being a backup than Kaepernick? Number 6, Brock Osweiler. We won't completely blame the Houston Texans here. Well, yes, we will. They gave Osweiler a 4-year, $72 million deal in 2016, hoping he would solve their problems at quarterback. And Kaepernick was still a San Francisco 49er at the time. Osweiler was awful in Houston, though, and they dealt him to the Cleveland Browns after the 2016 season. Cleveland released Osweiler, who hit the free agent market again, and Broncos president John Elway decided to sign Osweiler, claiming that Colin had his chance. Yes, Elway signed Osweiler despite their heated falling out in the 2016 offseason, where Elway took a shot at Osweiler and said he only wanted players who wanted to be Broncos. So guess what? Osweiler was terrible in Denver. I know, big shocker. And their 2017 season went to waste via horrible quarterback play. The Miami Dolphins then signed Osweiler in the 2018 offseason so he could back up Ryan Tannehill. Funny, wouldn't the Broncos want a Super Bowl starting quarterback in there? And wouldn't the Dolphins want a better security blanket for the often injured Ryan Tannehill? No, it's fine. Number 5, BlaineGabbert. The Jacksonville Jaguars drafted Gabbert 10th overall in 2011, but he was terrible in his 3 years there. The Jaguars cut their losses and dealt Gabbert to the San Francisco 49ers in 2014. Yes, he was Colin Kaepernick's backup there. Who'd have thought that BlaineGabbert would have lasted longer in the NFL at that point? Gabbert stayed on with the 49ers until 2016, being used sparingly as a starter when a struggling Cap was benched. The Arizona Cardinals needed quarterback depth, with Carson Palmer and Drew Stanton injured in 2017. So they turned to Gabbert. But the career journeyman had just 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions that year. That's amazing. That's a great quarterback play. And in case Marcus Mariota were to get injured, the Titans signed Gabbert to a 2-year deal during the 2018 offseason. I mean, they're better quarterbacks than Gabbert, so whatever floats your boat. Number 4, Ryan Mallett. Drafted by the New England Patriots in the 3rd round of the 2011 draft, Ryan Mallett obviously wasn't going to take the starting job from Tom Brady. The Pats dealt Mallett to the Houston Texans for a 6th-round draft choice before the 2014 season. Mediocrity ensued. Mallett started 6 games over a 2-year span and did nothing. With Joe Flacco injured in 2015, the Ravens turned to Mallett, who started just 2 games. He saw minimal action in 2016 and 2017. Number 3, Josh Johnson. Be honest, did you even know who Josh Johnson was before 2018? Johnson kept bouncing around the league with different teams, strictly as a backup quarterback. This included brief stops in Cleveland, Cincinnati, San Francisco, and Buffalo. And when Johnson signed with the Redskins, yeah, we were all shocked by that move. He hadn't thrown a single pass in the NFL since 2011. Conveniently enough, the Redskins thought he was a better option than the guy who led San Francisco to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl appearance. Number 2, Mark Sanchez. New York Jets fans needing a reminder that Mark Sanchez is simply one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history. I mean, people forget the fact he led them to 2 AFC Championship games. They only remember his infamous butt fumble. The last time Sanchez was a regular starter in the NFL was 2014 for the Philadelphia Eagles. He replaced an injured Nick Foles. He attempted 18 passes for the Dallas Cowboys in 2016 and didn't throw a single pass in 2017. These are all good things, folks. So when both Alex Smith and Colt McCoy suffered season-ending leg fractures in the 2018 season, the Redskins turned to Sanchez, the butt fumble guy. The guy we make videos about all the time. Remember the butt fumble? We don't let you forget it. Sanchez predictably crumbled big time, and the Redskins saw their promising season fade away. Number 1, Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman?
Nathan Peterman is hands down the worst football player that's ever played the game. In his career, he started 4 games, he has a 52.3 completion percentage, has just 3 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. Come on! And guess who just got signed by the Raiders? Guess. Go ahead, guess. Yes. It's Nathan Peterman. Exactly. John Gruden is the worst. The NFL is horrible, and all these quarterbacks on this list are trash. Please debate me. Which other awful NFL quarterbacks somehow got a job over Colin Kaepernick? I really want to see you guys do mental gymnastics and give football reasons for why Cap isn't good enough to play in the league, so please join us in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and we truly appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around at TPS though, subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
My knee.